there's one more product which I would share with our viewers, and that is the so-called the Aebi Schmidt Route Manager. And this is also a tool to really optimize your operations, so to reduce the salt for the winter maintenance, reduce the emissions in the summer maintenance by optimizing your routes. And if you now focus again here on the right-hand side on the monitor, you see the route manager, and you see also the same map-based view as you would already know from the IntelliOPS system. On the left, just to explain some functionality again, is really the core of the system, so that's the creation and the editing of the routes. And as we have seen before, you can also adjust the map-based view. For example, here in the route manager, it makes a lot of sense to go on a satellite-based map to really see in reality how the map looks like and also how the routes look like. And that can really also help you in creating or editing the route. On the top, you have the so-called the file manager as a tab, and this is where you can actually manage the list of your routes. And especially for the larger cities where they have a lot of different vehicles, they have a lot of different shifts, so you have quite some routes to maintain. And this system can also really help you to keep track of that routes. And we have actually prepared one route today for the Swingo in Lahr. So if you click on top here, we click on the file manager, and then we see already the demo route here, which we can then open, and then we can see how this route looks like in reality. So here, if we zoom in a little bit, you see the starting point as a traffic light. You see the different editing points here along the route, and you see also then the final flag. That's the end of the route. And it's really easy to also adjust that route. I can click here on the top to make it editable, and then you can push and pull wherever you would like the route to go. So it's really easy to also create and edit the routes. One more functionality which I would like to explain and highlight is the so-called navigation points. So navigation points are here, for example, one arrow in blue. And that's a really cool functionality where you can give the driver some voice-based instructions when he's in the vehicle and passing that exact navigation point. So of course, that can be navigation points. We have some, for example, now turn to the right. But that can also be very much a custom-made command you would like to give to your driver at that point in time. And then again, I mean, the question is how does the route send to the vehicle? And that is also quite easy. You click on the file manager again, and then let's send this route here to the vehicle. Simply select copy. And of course, you can also send not only one route, but you can also send a full list of routes to the machines. And now I suggest we roll a video that we actually can look like how it looks for the driver in the machine. So the driver actually accesses the control system, and then he can see a new route for downloading, and then he can click on the download button. And then next step is basically to select then the route from a long list in case you have more than one route. And then as a last point, basically the driver can drive then the route with a navigation function which is in the control system. And as I mentioned before, you can, once you pass these navigation points, you can then really hear the voice-based instructions from the route. So since it's midsummer, I think it also makes sense to talk about a little bit of the winter equipment. And the route assistant, as you already mentioned, that's an automated spreading assistant for our winter equipment, so for our spreaders. And the real benefit of that system is that the driver can concentrate on driving, while all the spreading parameters like the width or also the dosage are adjusted automatically based on pre-recorded information. And so what you do in practice is you once go a route, and then you record the information about the dosage and the width, so the spreading parameters. And the second time, then you go this exact route. The control system knows what to do, and the driver can then actually concentrate on driving instead of moving around and adjusting the spreading parameters. And what we really hear from our customers regarding salt reduction, which we mentioned a couple of times, is that with a system like that, up to 30% of salt reduction are realistic targets, actually.